Hello Survivors, welcome to a brand new Soulstone Survivor video. Today we've got another long video for you. It is going to be another iteration of the Immortal Man Legionnaire build. Previously when we did this build we ran a slam mastery and we used the Monkey King skills. We used ourselves the whirling defense for the prowess and resilience, and then we also just grabbed ourselves, it was supposed to be seismic shock for prowess and resilience. This time we're actually changing it up a bit. We're going to go and make ourselves pretty much truly immortal with bulwark and finesse as well, and we're adding in the swing mastery with scent of blood because that's going to allow us to get our shield wall active or cooldown really down. So the focus is going to be damage on shield bash, but we are going to be looking at getting potency on all our buffs, which are going to be shield wall as well as scent of blood, going to give us that really low cooldown reduction. So let's just get straight into it. We're going to see how far we can push. I don't think it's going to be as strong as Faydine's bleed cluster bomb build, but I think it has a lot of potential, especially with the 100%, or I think it goes up to 105% armor power that we grab or get, and we'll go from there. So the first thing we could do is we could grab Broken, but I think the best thing for this build is Exposed, since we do have quite a hard damage on the shield bash, and we don't really have any other damage multipliers in our repertoire from bleed or anything like that. So we're going to start off with Mhyzahet and go from there. Now, if you're struggling in the beginning, because this build is a little bit of a slow starter, my suggestion is that you wait for your Ascension. As soon as you pick up that Ascension and as soon as you get shield wall, you are going to be doing so much more damage. Like, I think when we previously did this build, we just managed to hit times 100 damage, and in this build we're going to hit that before we even land up getting a lot of armor or any of our passives or anything like that. Just from shield wall and just from our Ascension, we can get over 100 times damage multiplier with hardly any potency upgrades or anything like that. So it's going to be huge. It's going to be awesome. Armor is going to be a focus, a priority upgrade, as well as some other skills. So we'll take a look at them. Increased duration of your army is really good to have. I'm not sure how many of those we're going to find, but we'll definitely take all of them. Now, with regards to banishes, I like to banish the things that we're not going to be using. So we'll banish powerful strikes, because that's not going to affect our scent of blood and things like that. We do not need Centurionate, so we're actually going to banish it. We're going to get rid of, maybe we'll keep Leviathan for now. We're going to take cast frequencies, of course. We do get the shield wall, so we're going to grab it. And as you can see, it gives us a flat 200 armor. And that's going to increase our damage multiplier by a whack ton. Now, what else we get is, okay, so powerful strikes, we're going to banish. We're going to banish block, because we're going to get block from our two other skills, which are going to be bulwark. So I don't think we need to grab block. And then we're going to grab these beautiful damage upgrades for scent of blood and for our shield wall. So it goes from 220 up to 300, and we go up to 42 times damage just because of shield wall. Now, the only problem is shield wall only has a 4-second cooldown, so we're going to be looking for swing to thrust as well as thrust to swing passives, and that's going to make us that much stronger. But there we go, we picked up our Ascension. This is 41 times damage without shield wall active, and now we're on 140 times a damage multiplier with it active. So you can already see we are doing a massive amount of more damage just by having those two active without even, powering up the potency too much. So it's quite crazy. It's only for 4 seconds though, so we do need to get that cooldown all the way down, which is why we have Scent of Blood and why we're going to get Finesse and things like that as well. So hopefully we can get it down and dirty as quickly as possible, and we're going to become as strong as possible as quickly as possible. Now, you can do this on high sigils. The problem is it's really slow. And if you are going to do this on high sigils, what I recommend is every time you're about to do an objective, make sure that you have your Ascension up. because if you're not using your Ascension, you're going to take way too long to defeat things, and it's just not going to work. We aren't finding the last swing skill, which is a pity. I don't want to take Chromatic Slash. Ah, no. Okay, we're just going to have to take something else for now. There's our armor, so this is a priority upgrade. And then we're going to take Magnetic. Movement speed's good. Over here, we're also going to banish Multicast because we're actually going to get it at level 25. We get a relentless cast frequency as well as a cast frequency for that. That's beautiful. And then some HP is always good and more cast frequency. So from 30 seconds, it's down to 17 seconds somehow, shape and form. We're about to lose our Ascension. That's okay. It just means we do a little bit less damage. But if you were doing this on a higher tier, a higher sigil, you'd be in a lot of trouble in terms of damage, so try not. Alright, there we go, magnetics. We're just going to pick up the magnetics now. Still looking for the bonus. I didn't reroll because of this, but getting ourselves thrust to swing is actually going to help us sustain center blood. So for now, because I've wasted rerolls, we're going to just lock once, and then we're going to take that. What is this? Multicasting thrust skills, so that doesn't really help us. We can actually banish this, and there we go, we actually get a really good multicast, so that's worth it. Perfect. What's really nice about this is every single skill is physical, so every single power up we're going to get that's got damage as well as multicast, and all of that is going to affect everything. Of course, multicast does not affect shield wall and center blood, but that's not the important part. The important part is it for it to affect everything else. So grabbing the exposed, priority of the upgrades. We could actually grab the armor instead, but we are going to be doing a lot of Mhyzahet again. Mhyzahet has a lot of the really strong passives, so a lot of the time you're going to be seeing people use her. Over here we can banish the Expansive, grab that lethality, a nice cast frequency on the shield wall down to 12 seconds. That's really good. We need to get it down even further, but we're going to have to grow or lower the center blood down as well. So we're actually going to go and do Fade him and grab his multicast to Finesse, so that we can grab more Finesse. We've only got one slash so far. We do need the others, and once we've got that, we should be in a better spot. But until then, we're just going to have to cope with what we have. Alright, damage for swing is perfect because that's increasing center blood from 75 to 90. A magnetic upgrade. Damage for that. Damage for shield bash is again another priority upgrade, but we'll see where this all goes. Of course, that is our main damage source, but potency on these two is also very important, and getting ourselves the right skill is also going to be very important. But maybe I should have added more swing skills so we could get them. So now the bosses are going to take a little bit of time until we up and running fully. But even without our Ascension, you can see we're doing perfectly fine. Like I mentioned, you can do this on a higher level. I have done it on a Sigil plus 11. The problem is it took me 10 minutes to get to the boss. So it takes a really long time. Even now, it's taken a really long time, but it's just because it is a winding up build. It really takes quite a bit of time to get. But as you can see, once you get there, we're going to be doing a lot of this, getting that 80 armor over there for free. But there's the exposed. Thank goodness we could get it quite quickly. And we don't have any rerolls. Hopefully we get Fade him. We do. We had one reroll, and things just worked out perfectly over there. So Fade him, we're going to go for the multicast upgrade. We go for Finesse to multicast. It would have been cool if there was a Frenzy upgrade that we could have used, but unfortunately not. And over there, I should have picked up the armor instead of the cast frequency, but both are pretty decent, so it's alright. Okay, pick up the armor there. Essentially, we want as much armor as humanly possible. And now with the exposed, we're going to be doing so much more damage. You can see we're blocking enemies' damage or attacks. And we're just going to sit here, attack them, and look at this. So easy. We don't have to worry about dodging. We've got a lot of armor incoming. We've got a lot of block. We just in a really good spot. Okay, maybe. Nope. Okay, potency there. Damage increase for these is good because that's going to increase the damage of this. We're going to grab some more magnetics. We can go more movement, armor, cast frequency, and try and get that thing's cast frequency all the way down. Pick up the last Centurionate. We haven't seen any of the armor ones more than the first one we saw, so we are going to hope that we see more of them. And we should have quite a lot of armor, yep. If we find duration for shield wall, it is worth taking it. You can take a couple of them just to get the duration to be much higher. The only other thing is cooldown reduction, so they're both going to be very, very good to grab. Obviously, you want the duration because of what it does for you, but getting yourself some cooldown reduction there, it works as well. We want both of these, but we need to be careful of the level. So hopefully, okay, perfect. Cast frequency, we get the swing to thrust here. We can actually banish this and banish that, and we get the multicast. So we can reroll once, and we get the damage as well. Perfect. So we lock those, grab that, lock this, grab that, and grab that. I didn't take endless refill, which was a mistake. Grab yourself endless refill so that you can do that more often. So we're actually not going to be as powerful as we can be. We're going to have to be more selective, but I think swing to whatever is going to be more important. Although we probably only need 100% for each of them, and then we'll be in an okay position. But it would have been better to have had more of the damage and multicast upgrades.
Through the darkness we rise.
There is a +2 down there, so that's really good. Grab the laugh, last magnetic possibly, and grab some more cast frequency for everything. Beautiful, 8.5 second cooldown now, so it's literally only down half of the time now instead of more. Not getting the skill we're looking for. I'm not going to do area. We're going to actually go for brittle to colossal on this one again. I am holding off on it just because it's going to make us reduce the visuals, and it's not really necessary right now. But it is very, very helpful. Alright, we pick up our Ascension. Luckily, the Ascension comes back relatively quickly compared to some other people's, and you don't need to invest too heavily into it. There's some cast frequency. We are sitting at 7.5 seconds. Grab the armor. Not getting it. Potency is the #1 upgrade, and we're on 312 times damage already, and it's just going to get higher and higher. Cannot wait to see how much damage we can actually get up to. What I would like to see is the upgrade. There we go. Finally, we managed to get it. And we get the damage increase. That's beautiful. Swing to thrust. More relentless. We can actually take a Leviathan over there. That's 30% increased damage. But it's just going to be damage for shield bash because it does not affect the center of blood and the shield wall. But we finally got more finesse. So that's going to be very good for our scent of blood as well. Alright, there we go. Fantastic. We're going to take you, when you multicast, you have a chance to gain finesse. We've also got max health in that. I don't think there is anything. Nope, there isn't. Perfect. So there's Fadine down. The next thing we're going to do is go and grab a Mhyzahet again. And we're going to just swap between then Mhyzahet and Fellipox. And then we can add a bit of Midorahk and things like that in there. But we can do a lot of Mhyzahet again because that gives us the flat armor, 80 armor, which in this case is actually massive amounts of damage. And we'll go from there. So it's going to be Mhyzahet, then Fellipox. Fellipox, we're going to go and do the Bulwark, increase the Iron Mushroom, which is going to allow us to get even more damage multiplier on all of our skills, because it's just based on your character's Bulwark, not on the skills that apply the Bulwark. So therefore our Armor Shatterer, not Armor Shatterer, our Shield Bash is going to have a much better time with the damage it's going to be dealing. Alright, critical strike chance, HP, we do get a duration increase over there, so that's beautiful. One more cast frequency, I don't think we need any more, so we can actually banish that. We're going to go for that, potency, beautiful, and awesome. So now we don't need the cast frequency, we don't need the duration. What we do need is cast frequency on Scent of Blood, so that we can get it going. I have no idea if cast frequency affects our Ascension, but it certainly looks like it is doing something with it. Oh right, it's the finesse that does that. We are going to have to lower the visibility now though, because it is doing a lot for the everything. We'll lower it to 30%. Because there's a lot on the screen right now that's causing us grief. What we do need as well is more movement speed. So more movement speed, we can grab the... we don't even need this. We're just going to grab armor. Every time we see it, we're just going to grab armor. And then these are on 0.2, 0.3, 0.3, and then 0.5 second cooldown with a 500 times multiplier already. We did lose our Ascension, so it went down to 147. It's a little bit unfortunate that the build is reliant on the Ascension. Obviously, we are going to get a whack ton of damage regardless. And then we don't need Wound. We're going to grab Disorientated from the... oh, do you know what? We don't have Fragility, actually. We don't have any weakness in this build, so we're going to grab ourselves Fragility from the Void King. And we don't have any Disoriented, but I think grabbing ourselves the other upgrade is more important. Okay, potency is beautiful, movement speed, armor. I think let's just get rid of Leviathan. I'm not too happy with it anyway. Grab the armor, swing to thrust and multicast. There's potency. Remember, every potency, that's 782 additional armor now that we otherwise wouldn't have had. We got a lot of form for the critical strike chance, so we're actually in a good spot there. Grab that. We can grab a little bit of area. Again, like I mentioned, we'll probably land up going for the... what is it called again? We'll probably land up getting ourselves area of effect from Colossal anyway, because we'll go Colossal to Dazed. We don't need cast frequency, damage, a little bit more movement speed. Thrust to swing just means that a Scent of Blood is going to be active more often. And then grab the cast frequencies. Over here, nothing good. Potency. Sorry, we made a bit of a mistake there, but we want to grab armor. Potency up to 902 armor. So we're sitting on 1290 with it active. That's 65% without it. So what we do want to do is just check what happens when we've got both that and our Ascension active. So we'll do that once we're in a round and see what happens. But I think we're actually at a spot where, yeah, I don't think we're going to take a lot of damage right now. So that's quite crazy. We take 87% less damage, and that's without the 100 or 85% increase over there. We are looking to grab ourselves the armor and block chance. And over here, we just reroll, grab the thrust to swing. Perfect. So final one will be Fellipox. So we can start getting the Iron Mushroom. And then we'll go Mhyzahet and then grab some of the other stuff in between as well. we'll see now just how much armor we actually have. I think it's going to be a crazy amount though. Alright, we do have our Ascension nearly up. Got to just pick up all of the Centurionates. There's one all the way down here. And then what we're going to do is just check what our armor is. So as we activate it, armor goes up to 2,958 and our damage goes up to 875 times damage multiplier. So that is massive. It does not show you the damage increase in the tooltip for the damage multiplier. So just keep that in mind. Why is everything shining so much in this level right now? It's like the light visibility just went crazy. Alright, we're gonna go and grab ourselves Thrust to Swing. I want damage. There's the damage. Here's our Centurionate bonus. There's Thrust to Swing, more potency, and another Merciless.
The full might of cause. Another fragment collected. Eyes front, soldier.
1,000 times damage multiplier. So easy.
Another one claimed. The Titan awaits. Progress made.
Okay, we do have to lower everything again, because for some reason it's causing some visual disparities. So I don't know why. It's probably because of our finesse. I don't think it's supposed to be doing that, by the way. I think there's a problem with the Ascension and Multicast chance. But it's not that it matters too much. The point is that it is powerful.
Another fragment collected. Eyes front, soldier. Target.
Alright. More cast frequency, potency. I don't actually think we need cast frequency anymore. So it's just going to be potencies and damage increase for the other stuff. This one needs one cast frequency. But it's the other skills, I don't think they're going to need it. So even without Scent of Blood, you can see 0.4 second cooldown. Let's see with it up. Obviously we can't see with it up because we don't have the finesse for it yet. But there we go, 0.2, 4.3, 0.2, 0.3 and a 0.5. Also we can just stand here and take absolutely no damage. Alright, damage modifiers. We're taking the Ironshroom for Bulwark because we are on roughly a decent amount of Bulwark stacks. I'm gonna go and grab this. Go do our Titan Hunt. I mean our Netherworld, do the Corrupted Void Hunters. We can take the life, armor, and health regen, but we'll see, because it might be worth... No, actually it is worth grabbing that, because it's armor. And eventually the armor itself doesn't help you, but what does give you all the damage is the armor percentage. So eventually, in terms of survivability, the enemies land up penetrating armor regardless, so you're not going to always take one damage. But the one thing is that you're always going to be really tanky because of block as well. As you can see, we can just stand still. You no longer have to worry about movement. And we're just going to keep going from there. Grab our Ascension. Make our way over to the Void King. I want to try and get myself to at least 2,000. I think with the bleed one we landed up stopping at about 1.6. I think there is a chance that we can get far higher with this one.
Magic will fall. Tonight,
Because getting
the
critical
Void
strike
King
chance was quite
falls.
difficult, but this at least armor, you know, I think we're able to get far more from leveling. I don't know. I feel like we're getting more armor. There we go. This should be the final cast frequency. Still a little bit more. There we go. No more cast frequencies. We can reroll for health and things like that. For damage increases. Beautiful. Thrust to swing.
The full night of cause. Its pace weakens the seal. Keep gathering.
Don't have our Ascension anymore, but we are very, very strong even without it. But we're at the last round anyway, so we don't need it. I actually think we might be able to pick up our Ascension during the Void King fight. We just got to be quite smart about it, but with the amount of damage we're doing, I don't think we need to worry about it. We should be able to do more than enough damage with or without it. I'm going to keep my rerolls here, just because we want to have them for the Void King fight. So we're just going to hold on to them.
The gods forged me.
We want to be able to get the health, armor, and health regen from the Corrupted Void Hunter, as well as the fragility on hit from the Void King. If you don't have rerolls and you can't get the like fragility, you can get disoriented on hit, and anything else that's going to be of good use to your character. So anything is better than nothing, but we obviously want those specific ones. Grab the armor.
My brothers are with me.
And there we go, 64 armor power, so it gives us a lot more times damage. And let's go do the Void King. Our Centurionates did start spawning, so I think I might reset the timer, unfortunately, but we'll just have a look and see. It does look like it probably reset the timer a little bit. It's unfortunate. But it doesn't actually matter. And since we have visibility all the way down, what we are going to do is just grab all of these. And he's going to get melted now. So since we already got visibility down, we're going to go and grab Mhyzahet, and then we're going to go and get ourselves the Mhyzahet to... Come on, fragility, there we go. We're going to then grab the Mhyzahet armor, Fellipox, but we're going to just grab Midorahk as well. But first we start with Mhyzahet because we want the most amount of armor possible. And then we're going to keep going for Midorahk for the Colossal. Then we'll go back to Mhyzahet for the Dazed, or for the Sandstorm, although it's not really that necessary as you can see yet. You can always get it at a later stage, but right now I think grabbing as many armor passives as possible, and then obviously the iron. Yeah, because we're on 1,000 bulwark stacks, we're not going to get more. Although we probably could get more than 1,000, but not this way. Not today. Surprisingly, haven't seen a lot of upgrades for our Centurionate. We haven't seen a lot of what do we call them? The duration upgrades. Damage. Multicast is fine, multicast is fine. There we go, there's the armor. There's only one more left, so we get 105% armor. Over here we want damage increase, and we'll just take a merciless. We have no more rerolls. This is crazy. Not worried about the goblin, although the goblin just got... Oh, actually we can do the goblin. Not necessarily for the loot, which I'll show you now, because all that does is allows us to grab a Mhyzahet again right away. So it allows us to just grab more armor. So that's actually very, very powerful over there. Damage increases, armor. reroll for the swing. I'll take that. And then just all the armor, 1995 times damage multiplier. Beautiful. The only difference between this and the bleed build, the bleed had the damage multiplier because of Faden's blood frenzy, so it dealt far more damage, but this is still really cool. So there's more potency, thrust to swing. And we should be able to reach 2000 times damage multiplier. I don't know why I'm even bothering to move, actually. We need a reroll. There we go. Armor and block. And I'm not going to actually take this. We're just going to go straight to the Ironshroom. Because it's going to help us a lot more with damage. I thought about it. I'm like, you know, we're going to keep alternating between the different skills and that, and it's just going to help there. If you guys want to grab the area of effect, the Colossal, and go Colossal to dazed as well, you can. But I'm just going to mess around with this for a little bit and see if we can get ourselves to the 2k damage multiplier. Does need our Ascension though, so I think we are going to actually reach there right now. And what I do want to know is how much armor we actually have. So there we go, 4,944 armor, 96% damage reduction with a 2,500 times damage multiplier on the skill. So that's crazy. And then remember, all of our skills are pretty much 0.2 seconds nearly. This is also Shield Bash, 0.3 second damage on there, which is fantastic. That's without considering the multicasting and things like that. The only thing is Titans. It always resets your Centurionate, so it's always harder to get it going. But increasing damage, reroll. Ooh, there we go, finesse to Bulwark. Although we don't need the Bulwark, but it's always nice to have as much as possible so that when we do the Iron Cloud, we get even more damage. Where is my character? We're over here. It's another summon. It's always so rough. The game always only gives me one cost objectives, or every objective is a Lords of the Void. Although to be fair, that's really good for getting ourselves a lot of material, so can't complain there. But I want to complain there.
Another fragment collected. Eyes front, soldier. Progress made. The door's weakening.
Okay, we're gonna have to go live. Don't need any cast frequency, but we don't have the rerolls. Damage increases over there. Merciless, another damage increase. Remember, damage increase is going to be armor on shield wall and Scent of Blood's cast frequency. And we'll know we had enough cast frequency when this goes to 0.2 and this goes to all of these go to 0.2 seconds. Then you know you got enough cast frequency. But right now, we're just chilling. A little bit slow, so we'll probably only end up doing one more Mhyzahet. It's not that it's slow, it's that we actually need the Ascension to do more of the damage, so you have to wait those couple of seconds, and then once the Ascension's up you can see the damage is there. So it's not that it's slow, it just needs that Ascension damage to do more of the damage. But that's why we keep going. We're trying to get more and more armor so that we don't need that the Ascension to do so much damage. And then also the Ironshroom upgrade, so it's 120% damage now, so that does help a lot. The other thing you could do that might help is just get yourself some bleed on hits, and then just get the blood parasite as well. There are some things to make this even better. You would need to try and find slow, so using chromatic slash you'd get burn, and then you go burn to slow, and then slow to disarray, disarray to disoriented, That would definitely help, but that's a very long way to get it. I would just use I'm just happy with the disarray. Oh, instead of fragility, we could have gone disoriented, and then we could have gone exposed to radiance. So we got fragility from the radiance proc. So that's something else you can do, just to cover all the bases. So I'm actually going to put that down in the description to rather do that instead. But yeah, so you know, you learn as you keep playing. I didn't actually really think this entirely through. All I thought was armor, and then we went from there. Whereas now, while I'm busy doing it, I'm like, hang on, we could improve it even further by doing this, and this. So in between getting all the armors from Mhyzahet, you're gonna grab a Midorahk's radiance to exposed to radiance, and then you can also grab yourself a slow skill. But is there a swing skill that has slow? We'll take a look at it after the round, just to make sure, but I think there is one, and that's going to definitely help us as well. Armor, merciless, armor, everything, again, just armor. The multicast are also good, and also grabbing ourselves health, and a whole lot of other things work beautifully. And now we're stuck on doing less damage again. Can we get to 1,000 times damage multiplier based on just our armor alone? There's a potency. 700, there we go, 843. So nearly. Oh, we can't reach that guy, but that's okay.
Another one claimed. The Titan waits.
Its damage multiplier must be crazy now. 3,322 times damage multiplier.
Through the darkness, we rise. That's it! Time to draw some Titan blood.
Alright, so again, like we mentioned, we don't really need to do anything. Oh, there is one more thing that you can go and grab, and it's going to turn you into a complete Immortal. So already you can see we don't need to move, we don't take any damage, we block nearly every single hit. If a hit does get in, it's literally doing 1 damage to us. And there is one more thing that we can do that's going to increase the amount of liveliness that we have, and we did do this previously as well. There we go, we got our Ascension, and you can see the amount of damage that absolutely gets done. Fantastic. So we're going to go and do that. It's the last thing of the whole thing, and we should have done it earlier, but I didn't for some reason. And that's going to be grabbing ourselves the... we don't need more Bulwark. It's going to be grabbing ourselves the Resilience to Purity. So last one, Titan Slain will be 9. And it's broken. Perfect.
Let the sun
Let me be the last.
and strike fear in my enemies.
786 times damage, or 860, 898, 99, 900. So 904 damage multiplier. Nearly got to 1,000 times without the Ascension, which I think is pretty impressive.
Steady advance and get close.
And then it should be close to 5,000 with the Ascension up. Is that him? Yes, it is. Our armor is 96.7%. Go and defeat these guys quickly. At least the round itself goes quickly. It's just the boss fight takes a little bit of time. But we're looking for damage. Damage, beautiful. Armor increases. Potency, beautiful. We actually get a duration increase. Thank you. So now it lasts for a full minute. And still insane amounts of damage occurring. And it's, again, another Shadows of the Void. You know, this is my typical luck. This is what I was mentioning earlier. There's just... It's crazy. Oh, we hit over 4K. Nice.
Progress
think re-rolling for potency might be well worth it. Oh yes, we got the 5% increase there. More armor. We don't need the cast frequency. Still a 0.3 second cooldown. I don't know, we got a lot of cast frequency. It shouldn't be at that amount, but there it is. Sitting at that amount.
Another one claimed. The Titan awaits.
And there's a 3, thank you for giving me something better than a 1. I actually wonder what everything looks like right now.
Steady advance. I'm getting closer.
Fine visually until we add the Ascension. This is going to destroy everything, isn't it? Okay, there's a +2 here. Perfect. So, by the way, this is what the visuals look like when it's full screened. Absolute madness. Okay, grab that. We're going to keep our upgrades. We do lose our Ascension. And we can keep it anyway off. Alright, not a lot of sheets over here, which is actually really, really cool. 100 times damage multiplier just off of the base. I don't think we have to worry about moving. Okay, so this is the reason why we're going to pick up what we are picking up anyway, to become fully immortal. And there's the damage increase. Look at all of the spears. Okay, that's actually quite ridiculous. Absolute mad loud damage over there. And done. And then what we're going to grab is none of those. We're going to grab the resilience to purity. So every time you apply resilience, which is going to be from our thrust, we're going to grab purity. And because we have a 0.2 second cooldown on it, we actually get a lot of healing from there. So that's what you're going to grab. You can grab that a lot earlier, and then you won't be low life like this. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're going to just take a look and see in the beginning again. There is a swing skill that gives us the weakness, so we can use that. I actually can't remember what it was that we were supposed to look at. Oops. But Shield Bash doing the most amount of damage, and I'll have to remember or watch the footage back, and I'll post it down in the description or in the comment section. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.